Welcome back, my dear learners. Let us continue the fourth stanza of the Solitary Reaper. See, whatever, E-V-E-R, whatever the theme the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending. So see, in the first two lines of the last stanza, here the poet says that what does it matter? What does it matter whether the just solitary reaper sang about some war or sang about the mundane issue of her own life or something else? It does not matter much. But see, the intensity of her song was absolutely different. The way she sang, it was absolutely mesmerizing. He found himself absolutely spellbound. The way she sang with that kind of intensity, it seemed that she was never going to stop. So he says that what was the matter, what was the song of that solitary reaper all about? It does not matter. It did not matter much to him. But what mattered much to him? The intensity of the song, the tune of the song, the way she sang. See, I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. So he says that I saw her singing while she was reaping. And while she was reaping, or at the time she was reaping, she was bending. She was bending just over her sickle, that agricultural tool, particularly for cutting the crop. So he says, see how minutely, how each and every incident or each and every action made by that girl is being described by the poet. On the basis of that, you can better understand that the poet, the speaker, did not allow himself to miss anything done, or yes, anything done by that very particular solitary reaper at that time she was reaping and singing. Why? Because the eyes of the poet or the speaker of the poem absolutely glued on the solitary reaper, or this very particular just a woman, unmarried woman from a humble background. See, I listened motionless and I still see. This was the impact of the song of the girl or on the poet, that he did not even budge an inch to and fro with absolute rapt attention, without making any motion or movement. He listened to the song of the girl. Why? Because the song of the girl had a magic on him. See this. And as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. And he said that when I crossed that open field of Scotland and went away from that very particular place the girl was reaping and singing, though I could not hear the song of the girl coming to my own ear, even then that song was being played. That song was just that he could hear that song being played in his own heart, or the heart of the poet has somehow recorded the song of that solitary reaper, and the heart was playing the song for the poet. It means that the impact of the song of the girl was very strong, very powerful, you can say, on this very particular speaker, on the poet. so strong, so powerful that even when he could no longer hear the song of the girl. Why? Because he came far away from that very particular place, and now he was mounting up the hill, climbing up the hill. Even then he could echo the song. He could hear the echo of the song of the girl. So on the basis of that, you can understand the impact of the song of the girl. One thing I would like also to I would also like to tell you that the girl was singing in the local dialect of the Scotland, and probably the poet did not know that local dialect, and it was almost impossible for him to understand the song of the girl in exact manner. Even then, to great extent, he understood the song of the girl, and the reason is that here he wants to say that music has its own language. Music has its own expression. Music does not depend on the language. Somehow here he also tries to break the barriers of the language. He said that no, in turn, music has its own language, and in order to understand the music and in order to appreciate the music, one does not necessarily need to know a certain language. Why? Because the song has its own music, and rarely it happens that sometime without knowing certain language, we enjoy the song in that language. So here same thing happens to William Wordsworth. Though he did not understand that very particular local dialect of the Scotland, even then the music, that song of that girl, had a magical, mesmerizing impact on this very particular just a poet. Thank you, my dear learners. I hope, my dear learners, this explanation of mine will help you enjoy and appreciate this beautiful poem of William Wordsworth.